I want to talk about so much. But I also, one of the things that we talked about was sleep, right? And I always thought about sleep as something that happened to me, meaning like you wake up, how was your sleep? You go, it was good, it was shitty, it just happens. And talking to you, I realized, no, like I should have some accountability for my sleep. In other words, that can still happen, but it should be like, I'm putting my effort into making it good. Not just like, yeah, dude, it just sucks. You know, like you are in charge of getting ready to go to sleep.
Right.
You can't just be like, sleep just sucks. You know, like you
well,
have to put in effort.
You think about like with your children, you know, you give them a bedtime, you give them a curfew.
Not my two little fuckheads. They're always, yeah, that's true.
They're up until midnight, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's, but we don't do a lot of that stuff to ourselves. And
right.
we know that that's in our best interest, but we don't. We want to push it off. It's really easy to talk yourself out of doing things that are good for you in place of doing things that are like entertaining or loungy or comfortable. Like I'm just going to sit here and chill with my wife and watch one more show.
Yeah.
But the one more show doesn't do anything for you or for your wife, really. The best thing to do would be to just like brush your teeth and go to bed.
Right.
But it seems like a boring lifestyle sometimes. But
sure.
You know, I think that we can find balance. If you watched one show and you spent, 40 minutes or an hour watching a show, that's probably good. And then you should be able to go to bed and say, I want to be able to do that same thing tomorrow. I want to be able to exercise. I want to be able to spend time with my family. I want to be able to write or work on a podcast or whatever the things are that you're doing during the day and have that good balance.
Yeah.
And feel really good about that. But it's hard to have balance. If you're not sleeping, you're throwing a bunch of bricks, 10-pound bricks in a backpack every time that you start to miss sleep. And so every decision that you make every day is just that much harder. And then it's linked to Alzheimer's and dementia and like all kinds of crazy shit. And they are estimating by about 2030, about that half the population will have Alzheimer's or dementia. So it's like, let's try to, how do we mitigate some of that,
One of the funny things about hanging out with someone like you though, that has like what I would call a specific knowledge, a specialized knowledge, right? In body, fitness and these things, is that it does become contagious. You talk about some of those things, and then the people you tell start telling other people. Like I have been telling people because I got the tape right over
the mouth tape.
The mouth tape. People are like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
Not good if you're throwing up in your sleep. Apparently,
it's definitely not good. But will you like give some info? I know there's like I saw this post that Nsima posted about, hey, go check out these podcasts with these like I think doctors that like really explain it, but like why you do this.
It's just supposed to be more efficient to breathe in and out of your nose.
So this is like, and for people, it's a gentle tape.
Yeah.
But it does keep like your lips together.
It keeps your lips together. If you wanted to pop it off, you just simply open your mouth and the tape is off. There's many different types of tape that you can get. The way that I look at some of this stuff is like, why not try it? Like I'm not like, it might seem like a dangerous endeavor to tape your mouth shut. It sounds crazy. When we first mentioned it to you, you were like, what the fuck? And
I just thought it was some real fucking like juice head shit where they're like, are you taping your mouth shut? And I was like, what? And like, what are you talking about? And I thought you guys were just like ripping duct tape and like shoving it over your mouth, and like, do you gargle with formaldehyde? And like, nah, like, what are you talking about? I thought you guys were just crazy. But then when you explained it and I looked it up, I was like, oh, and then the thing that almost made the most sense to me was like somebody says like if you are in a general sense of panic, you are told to go into your nose, and that's like a calming thing. And then as somebody who like I sleep with a mouth guard. And the point of the mouth guard is that yes, it prevents the grinding, but it has these bands. It keeps your lower jaw forward from dropping, right?
It puts your tongue to the roof of your mouth, kind of, right?
Right. And then that lower jaw going like this, keeps, like I said, from dropping, and it prevents some snoring too. But that tape on top of it actually does force the nasal breathing. Well, actually, I felt more rested the first time I did it. I felt more rested.
You'll get more out of less sleep, just put very simply.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call two bears, one cave.